Hello, good afternoon, guys. My name is Ilyas. Today we will be discussing on servlets. So, in the deputy subject, already okay, we will be having 5 units. Okay, out of 5 units, so third unit will talks about the servlet technology. So, what actually the servlet is? Okay, first we will look into the first concept, that is the servlets. So, first, why these servlets has been introduced? Okay, so this is one web technology that can be used for to develop the web applications. For to develop or for to create any web applications, we can use some technology like servlets and JSP. So here in this unit, we will be discussing about servlets. So first, let me tell you, okay, uh, first one, this is that is introduction to servlet. Okay, so what actually this servlet is? Okay, right. So here see, if you send any request from the browser, okay, first it will goes to the web server. Okay, right. First the request will goes to the web server. Okay, right. So that is what web server will be, what maybe Tomcat server. Okay, first the request will goes to the web server. From that web server, that particular servlet, okay, that is whatever the servlet program you wrote, okay, that particular servlet will get executed. That is web application server, we call that as web application server. Actually, if you send any request from the client, okay, the request will goes to the web container. So what actually the web container consists of means, it consists of two servers, that is application server and web server. Okay, web server and web application server. Okay, there will be two different servers, okay, that will be used. Okay, first if you send any request, that request will be what HTTP form request, that is HTTPS colon double slash. Okay, like that we will be writing it. Okay, right. So here in this one, once if you send any request to the server, HTTP request, okay, right. So first the server, HTTP server will understand that request, and from there it will connect to the servlets. Shawan, just now I have started, ma.
Sir.
Yeah, just listen, okay. So I am using recording, okay, right. So listen to the concept, okay, right. So here see, if you send just now started only, okay. So servlet is what, okay, that is one technology that will be used for to develop the web applications. Okay, see how the servlets will work. Okay, right. So once if you send any request from the client, okay, so what happens means the request will goes to the web container. So what actually the web container consists of, it consists of web server and the web application server, right. First means whatever the request you are sending, suppose if you want to access any Facebook, okay, what you will do, you will type the URL like https colon double slash, okay, www dot, like that you will write. Okay, so what is that request? That request is of the form HTTP, means first the request, whatever the request that is sending, okay, from the client, okay, the first will goes to the web server, that is what HTTP server. Okay, first the request will goes to the HTTP server. Okay, right. So the HTTP server will understand what is that particular request is. Okay, right. So mostly the HTTP server will be what, Tomcat server. Okay, right. So first the request will goes to the web server. Okay, that is HTTP server. From there it will goes to the particular servlet. Okay, whatever in which technology you wrote, okay, what you want. Okay, so that related technology application server will get executed. Okay, this the thing will happens, okay, when you write any servlet program. Okay, right. So this is just introduction to the servlets. Okay, before going for this technology, using this servlet technology, so we'll be in the olden days, okay, in the past days, okay, before before the introduction of these servlets, okay, they have used one technology, that is CGI technology. They have used CGI is nothing but what, common gateway interface technology. What is that common gateway interface technology? Just see here. Okay, if you send any request, so what happens here, okay, for every request, okay, one particular shell will be created. Okay, right. So that shell will be handling that CGI program. Okay, right. Means what happens means for every request, okay, one shell will get created, okay, and from there that particular program will get executed. Means what happens means if you send multiple requests, multiple cells will get created, okay, multiple shells will get created, okay, for multiple requests multiple shells will get created, and each and every shell will be executing a particular program. Means what happens means once if you are sending any request, okay, right, so what happens means for every request one shell, okay, one separate processor will get created, okay, right, means multiple processors will get created here. Means automatically what happens if the request uh, whatever you are sending from the browser, okay, that request are increased, okay, automatically the load on the processor will also improves, okay, means the load will be more there on the processor. Means for every request one processor will get created, okay, that is the thing, okay, that's the uh, concept that we will use in CGI. Okay, what is the main drawback here means for every request one process is creating. Means if suppose if you have 100 requests means 100 process will get created. So in order to manage those 100 processors, okay, means the more burden will be there on the processor. In order to overcome that burden, okay, that processor load, okay, right, so for multiple requests, okay, they came with a new technology, that is servlet technology they have introduced, okay. So what the servlet technology will do means, okay, they won't create multiple process, just they will create multiple threads, okay, right. So for every request they will create one thread, for every request they will create one thread. What actually this thread is a lightweight process, okay, right, that much burden will not be there on the process, this will be of lightweight, okay, right. So here it won't create multiple things, multiple process, instead of that multiple threads it will create in order to reduce the burden on the processor. You can able to see here on the screen, okay, right, that is see here, okay, so this is this will diagram will shows you the what's the uh, load, okay, that is going on the processor, okay, right. So right, that is the use of this servlet technology, okay. So if you want in detail, so you can learn so many points about this servlets, okay, that is what just now I said to you. If you send any request from the browser, okay, from the computer, okay, through internet, so what happened? The request will goes to the web container. So what the web container will do? Web container will having application server and the web server. Just now in the diagram architecture I said to you. Okay. So right. So from there, whatever the thing you wrote, okay. So all this will get processed and it will be stored in the database. This is one simple servlet architecture that we can say. Okay, right. So next after that, see here, if you want one more architecture, okay, servlet this will give you more clarity for you. Okay, right. So if you send any request from the browser, what happened? That request will goes to the HTTP server. That is what Tomcat server. Okay, the request will be form of HTTP protocol. So the server will understand that request. From there, that particular after understanding that particular request, what the request related to, that particular servlet program will get executed and it will be stored in the database. Okay, right. So this is what the servlet working principle. Okay, this is what how the servlet will work. Okay, in order to write any servlet program, okay, some life cycle we will follow. What is the life cycle of the servlet? Our next topic is life cycle of a servlet. So life cycle of a servlet means what? Okay, the servlet consists of different methods, okay, different steps, okay, will be there in that life cycle, okay, right. So just like human life cycle or SDLC life cycle, okay, we'll be having servlet life cycle. So in order to develop any servlet program, this life cycle we need to follow, right. So this life cycle will be having different methods, okay, right. So what are the three major methods that we will use in the servlet, okay, servlet life cycle is init method, service method, and the destroy method, okay, init, service, and the destroy method. So these are all three different methods that we will be using it, okay, right. So Shravan వినపడుతుంది కదా, right, no problem Nama.
No problems.
Right, understanding, right, okay. Picture see is screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. See here, what is happening is, okay, so servlet life cycle, okay, very important and very easy topic also. So servlet life cycle means if you want to implement a servlet program, okay, server side program if you want to write it. Okay, so this life cycle will be used. Okay, so this life cycle is consists of different methods like init method, service method, and destroy method. Init means initialization of the servlet. Okay, so service means what actually you want to do, what the logic, where we need to write the logic means in the service method. Okay, and destroy means you can delete that particular servlet. Okay, delete that memory of that servlet. Okay. uh, Next, another thing here is, see, okay, in the servlet life cycle. Okay, these three methods we will use. As Shashank. Right. So here, see, in the servlet life cycle, these three methods. Okay. Already we have seen these three things in the class. Okay. Right. So here, see, init method, service method, and the destroy method, we will be using it. So see, in order to use each and every block, okay, each and every method, okay, while writing the servlet program, okay, how to use means some syntax we need to follow. What is the syntax init method? Suppose if you want to initialize any servlet or initialize any variables in the servlet program. Okay, so some syntax we need to follow. What is the syntax? See here. So public void init throws servlet exception, and whatever the code you have to initialize. Okay, suppose if you want to initialize any variables like x equal to 25 like that. Okay, you can initialize it. Okay, you can initialize it by using this method. Okay, right, this method will be used for initializing servlet. Initializing any variables in the servlet program you have to do in this particular block only. Okay, right. So see, once after knowing all these methods, you can able to develop a simple servlet program. Okay, in a easy way, right? So here, see, first is init method. In the init method, just initialization of the variables you will be writing it. Okay. Next is what here, service. Service means what here? So what you want to do? Okay, you want to send any request or you want to give response to the request, dynamic response you want. Okay, so in order to do that means we will be using service method. Service method means what the actual logic, okay, what operation you need to perform on this. Okay, so that we will be specifying in the service method. So in the service method we will be using do get, do post methods, all those things we will be doing it. Okay, right. So here how to specify what the syntax we need to follow for the service. Okay, right. So here the service is what here, see, there's some syntax we need to follow, that is public void, right, service of servlet request servlet response one object response. Okay, throws exception, IO exception. Okay, right, this is one standard method that will be used for the service. Okay, in that, suppose if you want to send any request or if you want to get any request, okay, or if you want to transfer the data in a secure manner, you can use do get, do post methods. Okay, right. So in addition to this service method, okay, right, so service, what we have to do, for which we have to do the service, for the coming request, and we can give response for that request. That's why two objects we are creating. Okay, with like a request is one object and response is one object. Okay, these two objects we will be creating it. Okay, right. So next, another one, see, suppose you want to use do get method, do post method. So at the time, what we need to do, just we need to change the code like public void do get of. So do get is what, HTTP servlet request. Request means this is the class that will support that particular method, request method. Next, HTTP servlet response and response. This is another object. Okay, for request one object, response one object. Okay, and normal code. Okay, in the do get method, whatever you want, you can write. Same thing here for do post. Okay, just changing the name. Okay, very easy one. Okay, just you have to remember the syntaxes here. Okay, so do post method also same. Okay, then after that, finally, if you want to destroy this, okay, public void destroy method we need to create, and we need to write the destroy code. Okay, next, see here how to implement the simple program here. Okay, right. So just to see, this is one servlet, simple servlet program. Okay, if you want to write any servlet program, the servlet program, one more thing what we need to remember here is the servlet program will be written in Java, right? So already we know about this. Okay, right. So the complete servlet program will be written in Java. When it compares to the JSP means 90% the code will be written by using HTML tags. Okay, in between you can embed some Java code. but here 90% is Java, 10% is maybe some HTML. Okay, you can add it. Okay, that is the difference between the